Welcome to The Connected Business. I'm here today with Jonathan Klein. Jonathan, you were one of the founders, two founders of Getty Images in '95. The world has changed a lot since then. Tell me about how your business has changed.
Well, absolutely. I would say that if we look at the business in '95 and 2011, it's been a revolution. In '95, for example, we had film processing laboratories internally. We produced 11 million transparencies a year. So we had researchers up to their necks in slides and transparencies. 5 years after that, we moved the whole business online. I would say that the move online, we were slightly ahead of the customers, and some were still demanding transparencies, and we just said on a certain point we can't do that anymore. So the big change was in terms of the delivery of the product.
So you really are a company that has gone through the digital change.
Completely.
Yeah.
We've been all digital all the time since about 2001.
Right.
Now the cameras at that point weren't good enough. So quite often the higher end advertising work was shot on a film camera. So as we say in our industry, at the point of capture we weren't digital. The last several years, we're pretty much 100% digital all the time.
And of course, over the years, I mean, you have become by far the largest in the business. You've done a number of acquisitions, quite a few acquisitions along that path. Is that the nature of the business, do you think? I mean, is it consolidating?
Well, it's a good question because we've done 120 acquisitions in 16 years. And yet the industry is still somewhat fragmented because there's specialists who will do a particular kind of subject or a particular kind of geography. I mean, there are photo libraries which just have photos of Victorian chimneys in London. Right. So it's highly, highly specialized.
And these spring up as fast as you buy them, presumably?
Well, sort of. Although what we've basically done is we started off in stock or creative photography, and we consolidated the larger players and created a platform. We took the view that the web would lend itself to aggregation, that somebody looking for an image of the Eiffel Tower doesn't want to go to 150 different websites. So we have over 300 different image partners and over 120,000 individual photographers and filmmakers. So we say, you come to Getty Images, it's all there. So we consolidated the creative side of the business. The editorial side is photos of Obama, Tiger Woods, you name it. It's live news, sport and entertainment events. And we set that up in about 2000 on the news side. And we've grown that business very successfully by focusing on quality.
How does that business differ from the creative business?
I think the main difference is, firstly, it's instantaneous. Secondly, it's a journalistic organization. So it has to have all of the rules and disciplines of being in the journalism business. Thirdly, it's selling more to the media and to websites, whereas the creative business is largely, not completely, but largely selling to ad agencies, marketing, promotions, marketing services, etc. So those are the two big differences between those legs. The difference between our editorial business and the rest of the industry is very simple, but very profound. In every other world, including yours, the story is led by the writer. We don't have writers. They are pure photojournalists. They have the freedom and the flexibility to tell the story how they see it.
It's the photograph being worth 1,000 words.
Absolutely. And they have that freedom. And we don't expect them to get the canned image of president podium in the middle. We want to see what else is happening. We want to understand the story. So we've been able to attract some wonderful photographers because they just love the freedom and flexibility. The biggest change in our industry is the size of the market. In 1995, the only people we could sell to were people with print publications. Yeah. And a print publication, by definition, has only a certain number of pages, and only a certain number of them have pictures. Now we're in a world where we have billions of pages. When I started the business, our biggest customer would buy about 1,000 pictures a year. That would be a textbook, an educational textbook. Now we have customers who are buying 10,000 pictures a week.
Right. So the whole economics have changed. So yeah. I guess the prices have come down, absolutely, but the volumes are there.
That's exactly right. The prices have come down. The volumes are significantly larger. And also we've been able to sell products to folks who you would never have imagined would be able to use that product. The best example is educational textbook publishers now are putting a lot of what they do online. So we're selling video, to textbook publishers, which we could not have done before.
The other big change, of course, I guess, is that you were public, well, you were private, public, and then you were bought out by private equity. Is that, what are the differences?
I think the main difference is, and this is a little bit flippant, when you're public, and we were public for 12 years, you have many, many shareholders who don't really care and don't understand your business because they can sell at any moment. Now we have one shareholder. They care. They care. They have a big investment and they do care.
And I don't expect you to break any news, but is your shareholder happy? Are they looking for an exit anytime soon?
Well, they're private equity, which means that they were looking at an exit before they made the entrance, because that's how their model works. We've been with them for 3 years. We paid them a very healthy dividend last year.
So they're perfectly happy for the moment?
They're fine for the moment, yeah.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Well, thanks. It was fun.